Howdy howdy, good morning, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. Cody here with Creation Outdoors out on Lake of the Woods. This is our third day fishing Lake of the Woods, and moving a little bit more slowly this morning, but that's alright. We're out here. If you didn't catch our last video, we are picking up right where we left off. So we did come back to the mouth of the Rainy River here where there's a little bit of current, a little bit shallower water, hoping to find some bigger fish today. So I got the dead stick over here with the jig and a minnow. I got a rip and wrap on my active rod, and we are going to get fishing. So we had our first follow of the morning here on the rip and wrap. Pretty good sign, pretty early. The last 2 days the fishing really hasn't turned on until after the sun kind of came up, but hoping that we can find a little bit bigger fish today. We haven't been hurting for numbers at all, that's for sure. Over the last 2 days, easily 100 walleye, if not more. So can't complain about that, but we're out here, and Lake of the Woods is known for big, high quality fish, and so that's kind of what we're after today. I'm anticipating that there's going to be a lot more traffic out on the ice today. It's Saturday, and so this is really the first weekend that there's been pretty good consistent ice out here, and I'm guessing that we're going to have quite a bit of company out here on the ice, but we'll see what we can do to kind of stay away from the pack and try and find some big fish. But one follow already, haven't been at it very long, and feeling pretty positive. Today's going to be the day. I think we may have our first fish on the dead stick if it stays hooked up. Not a big one. But a fish nonetheless. So nice little sauger to start out the day. Here's to hoping that they get bigger from here. So, oh, wrong way. Hooked up. This is a little bit better fish. Nice big head shakes. Easy. Oh. Oh no. That was a better fish. Glow, perch, rip and wrap with a minnow head. Maybe got a little overzealous at the hole. That's all we can do. Man, oh, big marker. Big, huge mark down there now. Come on, come on. Please come back and eat this. At any time. So things have been a little crazy. Right now I got one in the hole, and let's see, one on the dead stick. Pretty good double, pretty good morning. Nice. And this is about what they've been. Let's get this up here for you. Essentially perfect. Oh, getting his revenge. Perfect eating size walleye. And yeah, I mean, mixed in with a whole bunch of these little saugers, keeps it fun and been keeping me busy. So we're gonna get right back down there. We're gonna charge up this rip and wrap. There's another mark on the bottom. It's been almost as fast as you can go here for the last little bit, And that's just been a taste of what we can do. Let's see if we can get this mark to charge up on the bottom. And I mean, we're 10 feet of water is all in this spot, so quite shallow. And sometimes you don't even mark them because your cone is pretty small in this sort of depth. Yep, we got one on the bottom. And so they kind of, at times, just hit it without you even realizing that they're there. Oh, missed that one. Oh, maybe. Oh, no. I didn't miss that one. Well, that wins the day. That is potentially the smallest sauger I've ever caught. And of course he hooked himself really well. There's a big mark on the bottom now. My dead stick's laying here on the ground because I haven't had a chance to get that back down, so. Get that little guy back. Okay. And we'll get that back down. Of course, that big mark is gone now. Fun with little saugers. Well, it's been a beautiful morning here. Crisp, calm, and quite a few little fish. It's definitely an amazingly healthy body of water, which is great. Ooh, hardly even marked that one. But I think we're probably, oh, well, that's okay. More of the same. A lot of 15-inch walleye here in this morning spot and smaller sauger. Kind of what we would anticipate from our midday spot, kind of out deeper where we're going to move to here before too long. Still just waiting on those big fish. It seems like the first night when we came here, we had great size and pretty good numbers. Since then, we've had good numbers, but the size just hasn't been there. And actually, the two biggest fish of our group, 28 and a 31, came out deep. So I think people are probably chomping at the bit to get out there a little bit, even though still getting some pretty good bites here. But we're gonna move, head out deeper, and we will catch you at that point. Well, we moved out deeper, 22 feet. And if this is anything like a pattern before, oh my goodness, there's one coming up already, is that we're gonna get a lot of little bites during the midday period. And sure enough, that did not take long. I'm guessing a tiny little sauger, and that's what we have. So, midday period, about as many of these as you can reel in, and you never know, could be a big one mixed in, but few and far between. It is very cold outside today, so we're staying in the shack, staying nice and warm with the Mr. Heater, which is nice. And we're gonna try and sort through hopefully about 100 of these and see if we can get something with some decent size. So we have something that might be slightly better on. I think it's tangled in my other line. Either that or I just have a fish on this other line. No, it's tangled. Alright. Okay. A little bit of a disaster. But this fish took a lot of convincing. I was out. Revenge. I was jigging the dead stick because that's what it seemed to be interested in, and finally, there we go, convinced it to eat it, but that's what we got. So that's a pretty good fish. That's probably my best one of the day so far. So sorting through little guys, but every now and again you'll get one that's a little bit higher quality. This one would be a perfect eater if I was keeping fish today, but I'm not, so we're gonna let this boy go back. Beautiful. All right, I gotta sort out some of these lines. I've got a mark on the bottom, of course, and a disaster going on. Oop. There we go. Finally. That fish, I think, missed it 3 times. But it's fun that they'll chase it so far up the water column, and it's not one strike and you're out. Ooh. Come on, little guy. There we go. Unhooked, tangled in my line. One more super aggressive little sauger to the count, and my dead stick is being attacked. Let's see if we can get this one in too. Hooked up so far. Keep the tension on. See what happens. There we go. More of the same. Pretty hard to keep 2 rods in the water, honestly. It's astonishing how many fish are in this system, and crazy how aggressive these fish are. And if you're new to ice fishing or haven't done anything before, or too much, come out of one of the resorts here on Lake of the Woods and just catch a whole lot of fish. Great for kids, great for people who think it's boring, because this is far from boring. I mean, almost borderline boring catching so many fish. Just a blast. Got another one down there now. We'll see if we can get him quickly here. Oh, came unhooked. I bet my minnow's gone. Have a sneaking suspicion. So we moved. We moved to one spot that turns out there are areas on Lake of the Woods where you might not catch fish. So we moved again, and we're kind of set up in our evening spot. So we're in here pretty early because, you know, we got a little bit bored with the last place. So we're in a new spot. Current again, a little bit, and check the ice, and here we are, 9.5 feet of water. So very similar to the spot from this morning, and the places that we have been fishing the morning and evening bite. Like I said, we're in here early, so it might be slow for a while, hoping for fewer but larger fish. This is my last chance of the weekend, not the weekend, of my 3 days of fishing, to get a good sized fish. I've caught a lot of great fish, but looking for that fish of the lifetime, as we all are, always, and see if we can find it. So we're gonna get settled in here. Got some things to figure out with my transducer and everything, and hopefully we can hook into a good one. Dead stick. My dead stick is pinned. We are hooked up. Okay. What do we have here? Nice and early. Look at that. Came off at the hole. But we got it in. Wow. I didn't expect to fish for another, I don't know, quite a while. So we're starting off pretty good. That's a beautiful fish right there. Not bad. We came to this spot because we knew that there was fish here based off of last year's intel. We got away from the crowd, and hoping that it pays off with some more fish. Just gonna get a picture of this guy, and then we'll get him back. Came on the dead stick, pink jig with a minnow. That is it. Okay, here we go. And the release. Beautiful. That's what we're talking about. Let's get some more. Oh, yes. Yes. That's a good fish. I was playing with that fish for a long time, it seemed like, and I checked my dead stick and put this active rod down, and it just destroyed it. Got it in. That's a good fish. Oh yes. Still got a lot of life. We're in shallow water, so that is a beauty right there. That's, I mean, it's definitely my biggest fish of the day, so pleased with that. I'll get a tape measure here and see what it is, just out of curiosity before getting it back. At about 21 inches, so that's nice. All right. Get that one back. On to the next one. We're hooked up on the dead stick with a big fish. This is a big fish. This is a big fish. Just by the way it's running, I'm guessing pike. And by the speed with which it came in, ooh, come on. Really shallow water here. So I'm trying to put my rod in the hole, actually. To the leader. Yep, pike. It's not giant, but big enough. I don't really want to lose my jig. Looked like it was hooked right in the corner of the mouth, so to the leader, get its head up the hole, and we're out. Perfect, right in the corner of the mouth. Just, ooh. Just get that out a second. It came in really quickly. I thought it was going to hit my jigging rod, but it didn't. So there we go. That'll do. It's been a really great couple minutes here. So, quick picture, and then we're gonna get this guy back to the depths so we can get the other predatory cousin. Jeez. Doesn't want to go back. All right, back to work. Got another good fish on the dead stick. These are big head shakes. These are big head shakes. Trying to get the other rod out of the way here. I saw the mark, it was a big mark. He did get my other line tangled. Yes! It is almost as if he ate my rip and wrap. Oh, he was just barely hooked. Look at this, just barely hooked. That's a beauty. I knew it was a pretty good mark. Like that. Wow. Okay. It's been a great spot. We got a long time to go before dark. Not quite as big as I thought, but that's a solid fish. Back we go. Finally. Took my time just to make sure that it was feeling alright before going back. Took a little bit, but I don't want to kill fish like that are over the size. That was fun. Okay. Moving on up. They're getting bigger as time goes on. Well, that's going to about do it for my annual ice fishing trip here on Lake of the Woods. Marvelous 3 days of fishing. Got tons and tons and tons of fish. Can't complain. Didn't get that trophy fish that we were necessarily looking for, but that's okay. There's always next year, and we'll come back. If you've never been here, it's worth it. It's worth the hype. It's a place that I heard a lot about growing up, and always a place that I wanted to go. Got the opportunity to go last year, and it was incredible. And definitely blessed to be able to do that, and blessed to be able to come back this year as well and put hundreds of fish on top of the ice. Saw some people again for the first time in a year, which is good. Ate some good fried fish, super fresh, and was able to get out here and get my hands on some great walleye and sauger and pike. If you didn't catch the last two videos, go watch those. It's worth it. It's a lot of fun. We caught a lot of fish, and I guess the takeaway is, if you haven't been here, make the trip. Come up here, go out to one of the resorts. They've got lots of shacks. There's plenty of resorts to choose from, and they're all around fish for sure. And if you've never been ice fishing, this would be a great place to come to try it out. So we're gonna get backed up and make the long trek home, and maybe go back bow hunting. I've got a late season tag in Iowa that I haven't filled yet, and so that's gonna be my focus for the next couple weeks. Hopefully the weather cooperates and we can see if we can get it done. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Thanks for your support of the channel, and if you don't mind subscribing, I'd appreciate it very much. Definitely helps us out, and that way you can stay tuned on things that are up and coming and any exciting things that may happen. So thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.